I'm Stephen Guerin. I'm the owner of a company called Simtable and Redfish. I've had about 9 years of interaction with the WPI Project Center here in Santa Fe, with strong collaborations with Dr. Carrera. My company is very interested in smart cities and some of the technologies that are coming out from the region in Santa Fe, like agent-based modeling, how you can simulate cities or social systems. We have a science research center here called the Santa Fe Institute, which studies at foundational levels like how ants will find food, or how birds will flock, or how tornadoes form. But we think a lot of these things have applications in the real world. So probably over the last 9 years, we've had many successful projects with WPI. A couple that I'm the most come to mind are helping people plan their city, and with the Native Americans in Cocha de Pueblo is an example project where we simulated the pedestrian movement on the plaza, but also used projectors and cameras to make an interactive surface so that you could plan out the future, and we're projecting the digital information along with simulated data and GIS. So a lot of the stuff is how do you make real-world applications from some of the theoretical things going on at Santa Fe Institute. Another project that was interesting last year was the WPI students worked on very early prototypes and kind of UI, or user interface and user experience, UI, UX, for an application we're developing of how can we use phones to capture the world. And we call that project Live Texture. And the students worked through kind of screen mock-ups and prototypes, and helped us kind of think through what is the right kind of flow for people to use cameras collectively to basically make a real-time Google Earth. So that has been very successful for us as we now are designing the application, taking some of the early thinking, and they were looking at tools like, how does SnapMap work? How does Facebook Live work, or Periscope, and taking a lot of that knowledge as we're designing something that's similar but much more distributed and maintains privacy. So I think there's a lot of interesting projects that WPI students can work on here in Santa Fe. A lot of interesting cultural, historical projects, but then marrying that with some of the latest technologies. So I think the WPI interaction with the city of Santa Fe and the region has been outstanding. So I welcome you to come to Santa Fe.